It's just acting up this morning. So anyway, we'll see if we can bumble through this. So anyway, as everybody knows,
Yeah.
I'm Barbara, I teach health and wellness classes every Saturday, as you can see. It's something that's actually it's very enjoyable for myself. I am going to put everybody on mute because I am getting some background noise. All righty, there we go. And so, like I say, I put on these classes. They're actually a lot of fun. They're fun for me because I learn new things every week, and that's really what it's all about. Is just learning more how I can use the oils to to help myself better. And I implement some of the same things that I actually put on your screen. So as you're viewing these things, understand that a lot of this is even new for me. So I don't know it all, but I have books. I've got this book, I've got the newest edition, but for some reason, this is just, I just love this one. I love the graphics in this one better than even the newer edition. So it's just something about, my old favorite, it's kind of like my Bible, I have a new one, but I like my old one, so you use it until the pages fall out and then you move on. But the topic of my class today is the wonderful world of essential oils. It's going to be a very simple class. It's not going to be a long class. Maybe we can have some nice lively discussion afterwards. So if there's any questions that you have whatsoever, I want you to jot them down on a piece of paper. Before this class is up, I want to make sure that everybody that's on this Zoom call has got a path to getting these oils in their home. I know that there's a couple that's on this call that don't yet have the oils working for them. And I would like to make sure that everybody is on a path to getting these oils in your home. So without further ado, I will advance my screen if I can. Here we go. All right, so we've got, now this screen is for beginners, but even us old timers that have been doing this for a couple of years, we can learn. And I learned something from this as well. So number one, we got 1 through 10 here. Number one, everybody read along with me. Essential oils are all natural compounds found in the root, the petal, the rind, the leaf, and the bark of a plant. And so they come from many different ways. Sometimes you would think, the oil today or yesterday, I learned yesterday that geranium is not only from the geranium flower, but it's also from the geranium leaf. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And so the number two, essential oils have antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, antifungal, and antiviral properties. Now that's pretty amazing. And that's one of the things that I really like about these oils, is the wide range of uses that they give to us in our bodies. At any given time, we have got all of these things going on. We've got inflammation, we've got bacteria, we've got fungus, we've got virus, and more. At any given time, we've got these several factors going on in our body. Now, number three, 1 drop of peppermint oil is equal to 28 cups of peppermint tea. Now that is pretty amazing, is it not? 1 drop. I mean, just think about this. You can make 28 cups of peppermint tea with just 1 drop of peppermint oil. It's pretty amazing. Number 4, essential oils can penetrate our cell membranes to help fight viruses, and antibiotics cannot do this. Now, this is where my science comes in as far as the properties of each individual cell, which is the reason why antibiotics cannot fight viruses, because viruses literally inhabit a cell. They go into the cell, they take all of the organelles that are in the cell and they use them for their benefit. Then what happens is they explode out of the cell, they send all of their phages, and then they start invading other cells. That's when you start feeling sick, is the more cells that get invaded. Usually what happens in a human body is after that happens once or twice, our immune system is right on it, right? And they go, they flag it, they put it out there so all the cells can see. If it's something that our body is familiar with, we've got antibodies, and then they go rampant. And they're just telling our body, armor up, because we've got an invader in there. It's when we can't detect. It's when, like this novel coronavirus started, our bodies were not able to detect it. That's why it was called novel, because it was new. So it was something that our bodies did not recognize. That's why people were getting sick. And that's why what you find is people are getting less sick now than they were back in the spring. I'm not saying that people don't get very sick, but less people are getting very sick, okay? Because it's something called herd immunity, and we're starting to now recognize it when it comes around and comes past us. Now, number 5, essential oils can get into our bloodstream within 30 seconds. Pretty amazing, pretty amazing. It can actually get into your bloodstream even quicker if you inhale it. That's why I was telling my brother, Billy, and Noella to get a diffuser, because the fastest way to get these oils into your body is through your lungs, through inhalation. And I can give you all the, the anatomy and the physiology that goes along with it, but I'm going to spare you all that. But just know that that is the fastest route into our bodies. The next fastest route will be the sublingual, as well as if you would take a drop like frankincense, you put a drop, like let's say you're having a migraine, you take a little drop, or not even a whole drop of frankincense on your thumb, you press it to the roof of your mouth, and it immediately goes through into your olfactory, through that plexus of nerves, and into your brain within seconds. All right, fact number 6, clove oil contains 450 times more antioxidants than blueberries. That's incredible. All right. Now we all want to increase our antioxidants, and we all know that berries contain many antioxidants, but clove oil contains more than them all. That's a really, really interesting fact. Number 7, essential oils are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. Okay. Now there's a lot of herbalists, and they use herbs, and that's great, because, herbs are good, and God gave them to us for a very good reason. I know I was just talking to somebody yesterday, and they were talking about marijuana. God gave us this plant. Yes, he certainly did. But he also gave us plants that are literally poisonous. However, marijuana does have medicinal qualities to it, but we just don't abuse it. And that's what happens with the abuse of it. There are medicinal qualities, but we don't abuse it. Number 8, bergamot. Now, if you've never smelled bergamot, it's a beautiful smell. It's from the country where I'm from, which is Italy, and I personally love bergamot for that. It's a very odd looking fruit. If everybody can look at the picture down there, it looks like a green bumpy lemon. Green bumpy lemon is the way that I would look at the bergamot, but it smells very good. And the beautiful thing about bergamot is you can actually diffuse it at night. It's one of the citrus oils that is also for relaxation. Many of the citrus oils are actually, they stimulate, they give you energy. Bergamot, on the other hand, is a very relaxing oil. So you can diffuse it actually overnight. Wild orange is the same. Last night I went to bed with wild orange, and I believe I put some cassia and I forget what else in my diffuser, and slept like a baby. So, but anyway, it's bergamot. It only costs 11 cents per drop. Many oils are actually even cheaper than that. I was actually a little surprised at that, and I'm not really sure, the truth of that one, but I'm going to contest that one. It's a lot of contesting going on right now. But anyway, it's, it is known for its relaxing and calming effects. Peppermint. Peppermint can be used as an all-natural fever reducer to bring a fever down in seconds. Not only a fever reducer, it can be used for headaches. It can be used for stomach indigestion, for bloating. peppermint is a very, very useful oil. There's many uses in that oil. Very good for even, you know, like for bugs. You don't want bugs, put a couple drops of peppermint on the hearth of your door. And that's also very helpful there as well. And the last fact for beginners is that certified pure therapeutic grade oils can be taken aromatically, topically, and internally to help with various health conditions. So what is certified pure therapeutic grade? What does that mean? What is the definition? Well, it means that there are no fillers. It means that there are no synthetic ingredients. It means that there are no harmful contaminants, which what we're finding in a lot of oils, and I don't care what company you can bring up, a lot of these have actually been found to have harmful contaminants or synthetic ingredients or fillers to bring the cost down. doTERRA's oils are pure, which means that they're beyond organic. Okay, organic is good, but what about organic certified pure therapeutic grade? It goes one step above. CPTG stamp is actually something that this is a standard created by doTERRA. So they are safe, they are potent. This is the way to know if the oil that you have can be used internally. Does it have supplement facts written on the back of it? If it does, you can take it internally. If it does not, do not take it internally. All right, so this is the comparison. It doesn't have supplement facts on the left, and it does on the right. Okay, I thought this was interesting, so I wanted to include this. Where are doTERRA oils sourced? Now, usually what I do is I have this great big map, but when I found this online, I thought, oh, this is really nice. Look at all these different countries: Canada, Italy, Guatemala, China, Indonesia, the US, Brazil, Hungary, Australia, Bulgaria, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Egypt, Somalia, Germany, Haiti, Austria, Nepal, Madagascar, India. There are so many countries that doTERRA sources their oil. And a beautiful thing about the way that doTERRA sources oils is they use what is called a co-impact sourcing. So if these beautiful oils impact us, doTERRA, as well as all of us as wellness advocates, we make that conscientious determination that we are also going to impact them. So every single month, every wellness advocate gives $1. $1. I mean, we don't even miss $1. $1 is just loose change that we have sitting around in our cars, in the little cup holders, right? It means really nothing to us. But when you multiply $1 by over 7 million wellness advocates, that can do a lot of good things. And so we, as well as doTERRA, with all of their generosity, has done wonderful things throughout the world. And I'll tell you, as little money as it takes for me to give, knowing that everybody else is giving it really makes me feel good about what we are doing. So that's what's called co-impact sourcing. doTERRA impacts them, we impact doTERRA, and then these oils impact us. Things like water, things like hospitals and clinics and schools, and feminine hygiene for girls, and the sex trafficking trade. There are so many things that doTERRA does that are wonderful works. And if anybody is interested in learning about anything, I actually do have a Zoom class. It's on YouTube. Just put it on, just type in my name, and I talk all about the Healing Hand Foundation. So there's wonderful works that doTERRA is doing. So it's not just about the oils. It's also about spreading love and helping out throughout the whole world. All right. Now okay, there we go. Arborvitae. I wanted to start with this oil, not only because it starts with A, but because I absolutely love Arborvitae. This is perhaps one of my favorite smells. I love cut wood. I love, when you walk in, maybe taking a walk or whatever, and you smell maybe, somebody just cut down a tree or something like that. I love the smell of cut wood. Well, this is a wonderful smell. You feel like you're in like the forests. But this oil is so good. This tree is actually called, the tree that this comes from is actually been called the tree of life. And the reason that it's called the tree of life is because it lives for a long time. And the reason that it lives for a long time is because of what you're seeing on your screen. It has a wonderful oil that acts as an inhibitor to all the insects and the environmental damage that usually kill trees. And so this particular tree is able to live a long, long time. So as you can tell, not only does it help the trees, but look, it also protects us against environmental and seasonal threats, and it repels insects naturally. So I think it's a beautiful smelling oil. Here's some more information. It's a multi-use. It's known to fight fungal issues, repel bugs, treat skin complaints, and protect against sun damage. And here is a wonderful essential oil blend using Arborvitae, wild orange, clove, cinnamon, and Arborvitae. I have not done this yet, but as soon as I'm done with this class, because I actually have oatmeal cookie going in my diffuser right now, but I'm going to put this in after I'm done with my class. All right, ginger. I wanted to include this for two reasons. One is because ginger was never the smell that I was the most fond of. However, when you see of all the good things that this oil can do for us, it is something that we all should have. It's very good for digestion, very good for equilibrium, like if you feel, maybe out of balance, for nausea, and it gives energy. Primary benefits: indigestion, nausea, and then for digestion, period. You can put some in your water if you have an upset stomach. If you feel nauseous, put a little bit in the palms of your hand and inhale. You can rub some on the bottom of your feet if you're having issues with digestion. And here is something that I thought everybody would be interested in. It's ginger digestive drops. It's made with ginger and lemon essential oils. So very, very good if you're one of those that, maybe you've got stomach bloating or gas or whatever issues, that go along with, eating. These drops would be very, very, very helpful. And here are some awesome diffuser blends if anybody would like to take a screenshot of this. So very, very nice diffuser blends, especially when we're in the house more. The more we're in the house, the more we want to, smell good things, right? How about Tahiti, ginger, wild orange, and ylang-ylang? That sounds really nice. All right, here's the geranium that I was talking about. See how it says plant part? It says the whole plant. I thought that was very interesting because I thought prior to putting this class together that it was only going to be the flower, but it's the whole plant. And I thought that was very, very interesting to me. Geranium is a beautifully smelling oil. It's very good for skin. It's very good. You can even use it as a deodorant. And I haven't yet used that because I usually use On Guard as a deodorant. Cypress is also very good. But geranium, I'm going to go ahead and try this. You can also use it in your shampoo and conditioner. So the primary uses for geranium: autism, cancer, diabetes, diarrhea, endometriosis, gallbladder stones, insomnia, jaundice, osteoarthritis, PMS, and rheumatoid arthritis. And here are some wonderful smelling diffuser blends. And I'll tell you, you get yourself a bottle of geranium and you put it in your diffuser and you can always smell it. Geranium is a powerfully, or how do you say that? Powerful smelling oil. It is very powerful. Rosemary. Rosemary is something we all should have. I learned something new about rosemary and I'm going to share it with you in just a moment. But rosemary supports healthy respiratory function. It also helps support healthy internal organ function. Very good for your hair. I use it in my hair. Between rosemary and tea tree, I kind of use them interchangeably. Like I just finished up my tea tree this morning when I took a shower. So I'll be putting a bottle of rosemary in there. I also use clary sage in there, and I use peppermint also on my scalp. So rosemary also helps reduce nervous tension and occasional fatigue. Very good, like if you're taking a test, and this is what we're going to talk about right here. Rosemary breaks down acetylcholine in the brain. Now, acetylcholine is very useful when okay, so our nervous system is nothing more than a bunch of neurons all stringed together that have their little neurojunctions in between one to the other. And one communicates the other, but there in between, there is a gap. So what happens is outside of one neuron, acetylcholine is released and it attaches to the receptors of the next nerve and it continues. Well, this breaks down the acetylcholine, which allows nerve cells to communicate even more effectively. I thought that was fascinating. I had no idea of that. So the mere act of sniffing rosemary essential oils helps improve long-term memory. You know what that means? If you're getting ready to take a test, diffuse your rosemary while you're studying for it because it helps to improve. Here, look at this, performance in mental arithmetic, up to what does that say? 75%? I can't read, I've got something in my way right there. But anyway, that's a big number. That really is a big number. I'm getting ready to take a great big state board exam here in a couple weeks. And you better believe rosemary needs to be part of my study equation. Here are some wonderful diffuser blends. You know, take a snapshot of this. Like I say, everybody that is on the Zoom call needs to have a diffuser in your home. All right, fennel, sweet fennel. You either love it or you hate it. I haven't found anybody that's kind of like, usually it's one or the other. You love it or you hate it. Who here likes black licorice? Now, I'm one that I happen to like black licorice, but I know a lot of people who don't. So if you don't like black licorice, you might not like the smell of fennel, but I'm going to tell you something. Fennel is a powerhouse of an oil. Look at all the key benefits. Taken internally to promote healthy digestion, may help promote healthy metabolic, liver function, and circulation. May help support the health of lungs and respiratory tract, and you can apply it to your skin for calming and soothing. Basically, it covers almost all of our bases, right? It covers many body systems right there. So the science of fennel, all right? The main chemical constituents, trans and neat-whole ketones, the properties of it, it makes it 13 times sweeter than table sugar. So guess what? 1 drop of fennel in water or tea can help fight sweet tooth cravings. Why? Because your body now just got a dose of that sweet. So you're helping to fight the cravings because you just got a dose of it. I thought that was very, very interesting. Now this beautiful oil is actually found in our Digest Zen blend, which is something that everybody should have in every home. Because if you have digestive problems, which is probably one of the biggest complaints when people walk into the ER, it is one, if not the biggest complaint that people have as they go to the doctor or to the ER. Here are some diffuser blends, and the spring morning sounds really good to me. I actually have a fairy blend with fennel and ylang ylang and spearmint. Smells wonderful. All right, lemon, we got to put lemon, we got to put lavender, and we got to put peppermint. So lemon cleans the air, purifies. It's something we should have in our water all the time. So I usually put lemon in my water, like this morning. I put lemon, I put grapefruit. What else did I put in? It wasn't tangerine, it was another citrus oil, and I can't remember what it was, but I put that all together with a nice good squeeze of a lemon, and I even put a little bit of Truvia, which is a natural sugar substitute with, it doesn't have all the calories and, you know, all the bad stuff that regular sugar, it comes from the plant, the stevia plant. But anyway, I mixed all that up, made myself a wonderfully tasting lemonade, which it wasn't just a lemonade because I had the grapefruit and I think it was clementine, that's what it was. But boy, did it smell, it tasted wonderful. I had a big jug, and I drank it all this morning. So very, very good for your body actually to do every morning. Lemon uses for bites, for stings, for blood pressure, for common colds, for concentration, for constipation, for depression, for digestion, for dry throat, kidney stones, lymphatic cleansing, physical energy, stress, and varicose veins. That's a lot. That's a lot in one bottle of oil. This bottle of lemon, how much does lemon cost? I think it's like 10 bucks, 11 bucks, something like that. It's super cheap. 250 drops in this 15 ml bottle, lasts you a long time, and you need to use it. Here are some diffuser blends for lemon, wonderfully smelling. You will not be sorry that you ever purchased lemon oil, because of the uses of this one oil just is unbelievable, right? I mean, it goes down to where if you have a sticky sticker on something that you're trying to get off, put a drop of lemon and it will literally dissolve that sticker right away. And lemon is also part of the seasonal allergies blend. Anybody here have allergies? You need to get this blend. It makes it so easy to take it. I actually took it last spring. I never had allergies, but last spring, I was all of a sudden just kind of, you know, it's like, oh, do I have the COVID? I don't know. But I think it might have just been some allergies from, you know, some of the, some of the different, flowers or things. But I've never really dealt with allergies, but, you know, I mean, I guess sometimes we can, you know, I don't know. But I started taking the Tri-Ease. So lemon, lavender, and peppermint is what's in those soft gels. And so if anybody has those seasonal allergies, I would highly recommend using this product. All right, lavender. Who doesn't like lavender, right? Lavender is something that it's almost for everything. They call it the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. It's good if you're feeling tense, which a lot of people right now are feeling very tense. It's good for anything with your skin. You can put a couple drops on your pillow, on your bedding, the bottom of your feet, if maybe you have difficulty going to sleep, or even if you don't, just to help you to sleep restfully. You can put it in your bath. You just mix it with a little bit of Epsom salt. You throw it in the bath water, and there you go. Primary uses: allergies, blisters, burns, cuts, diaper rash, herpes, insomnia, mastitis, menopause, postpartum depression, rashes, teeth grinding, tics, and vertigo. And here is a wonderful bunch of diffuser blends. I wanted to include Serenity because if you like Serenity, or I'm sorry, if you like lavender, like I like lavender, I'm not like in love with that oil, but if you like lavender, you will love Serenity. Love with Serenity. Serenity in the beginning of my oil journey was perhaps my favorite smell in the entire world. Now I think it's a toss-up between Serenity and Citrus Bliss, but you know, it goes like that, right? But anyway, Serenity is a wonderful smell. You throw a couple drops of that in your diffuser and you will not be disappointed. It's got lavender flowers, sweet marjoram leaf, Roman chamomile, ylang ylang, Hawaiian sandalwood, and vanilla bean. Peppermint, got to talk about peppermint, right? The entire plant is what goes into this bottle, okay? Steam distilled, and it comes from the United States, but it also comes from other places as well. And this oil is going to go ahead to be one of your favorite oils because it's versatility. It's good for respiratory function, for clear breathing. If you took a drop of peppermint and a drop of lemon or wild orange and you rubbed it together and you took deep breaths in through your nose, It will wake up your mind. It will wake up your nose. It will wake up your lungs. This is a very powerful oil. It's very, very good for any kind of digestive issue. My daughter takes the peppermint soft gels, which you can also buy. And she has to have them. Actually, I'm sorry. She takes the digestin, which has peppermint in it, and she has to have them. They're, and I always make sure I have them. So just in case she ran out of them and she's, panicking, I always have some for her. But she now just got her own account, so she can go ahead and order them herself. Very, very good. Like if you're on a road trip, take a bottle of peppermint. You might want to take a bottle of rosemary or lemon. Just open it up in deep inhalations, and it will wake you up and allow you to concentrate on your driving. All righty. Primary uses of peppermint, of course, are alertness, asthma, cold sores, constipation, diarrhea, fever, gastritis, heartburn, hives, IBS or irritable bowel syndrome, indigestion, migraines, nausea, osteoporosis, sinusitis, and ulcers. As you can tell, many of these uses are going to be gastrointestinal, but also you can see that some of these are neurological. Here are some awesome diffuser blends. I like the Energizer Bunny, peppermint, lemon, and rosemary. Oh, did everybody get to take a snapshot of that if you needed to? I'm sorry. All right, I'll go on. Just wanted to talk just a little bit about migraines. Now, everybody gets headaches at different times, but not everybody gets migraines. Migraines are a neurological problem. And matter of fact, I believe that they're very similar to even like a seizure. Billions of people actually suffer from that, from migraines. Now, doTERRA essential oils literally can help to solve this problem. Now, everybody responds differently to migraines. My migraines, if I could get something rubbed on the back of my neck, the oil has to be very mild smelling. A lot of smells just irritate it even worse. So the way that I might react, maybe other people might rub something on their forehead. Some people respond to the light, some people to sound. It's varying for everybody. But one thing that I have found is that once I started taking doTERRA Lifelong Vitality, which is a supplement that I'm actually not going to talk about today. It's a supplement that literally heals your body and helps to cure things from the inside out. What it does is it regulates things internally. And so I absolutely wonderfully, I love them because they work very good. And I don't want to say that, they heal you because, it's kind of like these things have not been approved by the FDA to heal or cure things. And I say that very loosely because what I say is that when you regulate your body systems from inside out, when you give yourself those things that it needs, our bodies have the ability to take care of their own problems if given the right environment. And the right environment are going to be the nutrients, the supplements, whether it's the B vitamins, the C vitamins, the D or the E. There's a whole host of things that are in these vitamins and minerals, as well as the omega-3s that are in the Lifelong Vitality. But going back to migraines, like I was saying, everybody deals differently, and what might work for one person might not work for the other. So that's why I wanted to give both Deep Blue and Past Tense as a possible solution. I would gravitate more toward the Deep Blue because Deep Blue to me it's a more subtle smell. Past Tense because of it's got the cilantro in it. For some reason, that cilantro, when it hits my nose, even now, if I were to open up a bottle of Past Tense, it literally brings back memories of my last migraine. Now, I haven't had a migraine in a long time. I don't really get them very much anymore, if at all, because of the Lifelong Vitality that I've been taking from doTERRA. However, when I open up a bottle of Past Tense, it brings back memories of my last migraine. And so Past Tense is not an oil that I keep close to me because I don't like those memories. But Deep Blue, on the other hand, that works for me. Somebody wanted to hear a little bit more about fibromyalgia. So I wanted to put these on. If you want to take a snapshot of these, this is a roller bottle recipe for fibromyalgia. You could just blend these drops, put them in a carrier oil. You could use sesame oil, fractionated coconut oil, almond oil. There's all kinds of oils that you can use. So these mixtures have been very, very helpful for people with fibromyalgia. So if you want to take a snapshot of that, you can. Rheumatoid arthritis, same type of a thing, a lot of joint pain. And a lot of people, it's like, do I have osteoarthritis? Do I have rheumatoid arthritis? And it could be very difficult to know, but this is something that affects a lot of people. And so if you know somebody who has rheumatoid arthritis, you know that it could be very painful. Maybe it might be difficult for them to open up jars or open doors or, open locks and different things. And this blend might be very, very helpful for them. All right, this would be the best way for anybody to get these oils into your home, because these are the oils that we were just talking about. We were just talking about digestion. We talked about deep blue, peppermint, lemon, lavender. We didn't talk about oregano or frankincense, but we have in different times. But this particular kit, it's $160. It gives you free enrollment. You get the diffuser with it. And this diffuser is not only cute, but it is high quality. A lot of the diffusers that we might get at the grocery stores or at Walmart, you could get a diffuser for about $20, and that would be fine, to get a diffuser there. But one thing that I found, because I love diffusers, and so I did. I tried, I got some from Amazon, I got some from Walmart. But guess what? The one that I got from doTERRA is the one that's going behind me, and it's the one that has lasted the longest. So if anybody out there knows, remember the lavender petal diffuser? Well, now they're, kind of like a tannish color. Well, I still have the lavender one. Why? Because it's lasted that long. So this is one of the older diffusers, but it's still going strong. Healthy Essentials Kit is a little more expensive, but guess what? You get 3 times the amount of oil in each bottle. You get a larger diffuser. This is the larger petal diffuser that I was talking about. Each bottle here has 250 drops. And when you figure that every application is approximately 3 drops, if you're diffusing, it's a little different, depends upon the diffuser recipe. But if you're using this as maybe a protocol for your skin or for a digestive issue or whatever, or to take internally, it's usually about 3 drops that might be in that protocol. So you figure you have 250 drops in each bottle, that and each dosage is 3 drops. It's going to last you a long time. That is the end of my slideshow. I am going to go ahead and end my recording if I can. Here we go. Zoom has been changing everything